Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chem Lock League, and coming off of the backs of maybe one of the most surprising and biggest wins we've had this year, and maybe for the franchise going forward. We knock off the 6-2 Heaters with a 7-2 victory with Resplendent on the mound. We beat up on their ace, Marvin Lang, and we're teetering around the 500 mark, sitting at 4-5 right now. As we head into this next matchup against the Foresters, this will be our first time seeing them. We will have Colorado Bozak Workhorsemen on the mound, facing off against B. Roberts of the Foresters. They are sitting at 5-4, and a game ahead of us in the standings, but we are hopefully going to get a big win here and see if we can fight back into the playoff race. We are approaching the back half of the, or I guess I should say the back quarter of this season, and I definitely didn't expect us to be here. It's been a bit of a rocky road we've taken so far, but we're almost to the end of the season, and we've seemed to found some success, which I didn't expect at all. We set the lineup last time, and some of it's the same, and we did jostle around a few players. We'll have Tirehead at first base. We'll have Roland in the DH spot. Get Wrecked gets a break here. He'll be replaced by Trampelson in the starting lineup. And then Gadman, who is getting tired, is going to take a break for Chip Norman. Chip probably last start for the Tundras before we end up replacing him with someone else, depending on what options are available in the free agent pool and what our circumstances look like. We are away. I say we go with an alternate away uniform. And let's head out to the Golden Field home of the Foresters. I intentionally selected this field for them as that kind of seems to tie directly to their theme, their team theme. So like this field a lot. As someone who grew up in the Midwest, it kind of gives me the feels of my childhood. And I'm hoping we can get a win here. The Tundras got a big win last time, and Jolly Shipwright was part of the reason for that. We brought him in to replace Ian Hackett, who had been struggling with for us for quite a while. We'll see if Shipwright can stay hot here after a solid first game. He pops up in a foul territory, and great speed coverage from Thomas Campbell tracks that one down for out number one. B. Roberts came into this game tense, still tense right here, but great stats to show for his start to the her start to the season. Excuse me. Harrington is on fire. Tough out activates here, batting over 600. Takes the ball low. 3 home runs for her. She's been a RBI machine at 10 now this season. 2-2 count. Harrington fouls one off. I thought that was the pitch she was going to send out of here, and she fouls another one off, staying alive. 2-2 still. Harrington off the end of the bat goes right to Schaefer at short. That'll be her first out in a couple of games, as she has been on an on-base streak for a while. 2 outs for Nathaniel Willis, who has surprised me quite a bit when he came in to replace Leon Escobar. Batting over 500. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs for us, and only in a few games too. This one he sends to deep center field, but it does hang up for Dropkin. Drew with some great speed and locked in, helps him out, and he tracks it down. Great solid hit for Nathaniel Willis, but 1-2-3 go the Tundras in the first inning, of course. Prince Dixon comes up. We'll face off against Colorado Bozak Workhorsemen, who has pitched in 2 previous games ahead of this one, and he has gone 2 complete games. So he typically has 1 rough start, and then one rough inning, and then he settles in. He gets a strikeout here to lead off, or to start this game. And now Drew Dropkin comes up, locked in. Locked in Dropkin with tier 3 high pitch. Ooh, a liner right to Tirehead for out number 2. First pitch swinging. First baseman Thomas Campbell comes up batting .412, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and he's also locked in. Potent hitters in this Foresters lineup. Sure, that's part of the reason why they have a winning record right now. And he sends one to deep right center field. Will it have enough? It's right off the base of the wall. Shipwright will get it in. Rounding first and heading to second is Campbell. He'll coast in with a double here with 2 outs. And that'll turn it over to Emily Mendez, what a wild name there. Tier 3 fastball hitter, Tier 2 bad ball hitter, terrifying hitter with average attributes but really solid traits. Batting 182, no home runs, and 2 RBIs. Great speed at second base, could score on a base hit here. 1-2 count. Bozak will not get her to chase Sloan away. We'll do it again. And a ground ball up the middle past the diving second baseman. Rounding third and heading home. Shipwright doesn't have the arm to get this one in, so he goes to second. And that's going to be an RBI single for Mendez. Turns it over to Wixit Perchetto. And these names in this franchise, or in this league right now, are so funny. Tier 3 consistent, Tier 2 sprinter. Batting 227, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. And Bozak already given up 1 run here. And will get him to foul off. It's a 2-2, 2-out count with a runner on first. And popped up into foul territory down the left field line. Harrington ranging over right up against the stands, and will catch that one to end the inning. But an RBI single from Mendez after the double from Campbell. And the Foresters take a 1-0 lead in the first inning. We'll get things started with June Mina here. She's had an up and down year, batting 250 right now. No home runs and no RBIs. That'd be a time to start. Takes a first pitch strike followed by a ball, and Roberts is back to neutral mojo. 1-2 count. Mina pops up. That's going to be playable in foul territory for the third baseman. Mina with another unproductive at bat. Perchetto will catch that for out number 1. McMillan has just recently recovered from an injury. He hit a 3-run homer in the last game. That was a spark we weren't expecting. Batting 300 now. And he'll go inside out to third. Perchetto with another chance, and he gets that one on the fly. 2 quick outs, and Milan Tirehead comes up batting 333. Playing first base today as a utility infielder. Infielder and outfielder, I think. Falls behind 0-2. And Roberts will get him to foul off. Lined into right field. That will hang up for Mendez for out number 3. So Roberts, who came into the game tense, has gone through 6 batters. Faced the minimum through 2 so far. No hits, no runners allowed. And Bozak's going to have to get back on his horse as he gave up a run in the first, but he's not really seeing any offensive support from his team. We'll see what happens here against Schaefer. A ground ball up the middle. Diving play from McMillan. He's not going to have enough time to get up. Yeah, that's going to be an infield single. Good effort from the second baseman. But that's going to be an infield single. First runner reaches, and now Ron Wells will come up. Tier 2 whiffer and a 2-strike count. He doesn't get there as he pulls the first pitch into left field. And Harrington will toss it into third. Bozak goes down to tense mojo as 2 runners reach to start off the second inning. And Kalani Escargot will come up, batting 143 with no home runs and 2 RBIs. You'll see the distractor trade activated over there at second base, and that actually puts Bozak's accuracy to nothing. Gets a strike on the corner there, 1-2 count, and chases strike 3, so he gets his mojo back. They'll still have to deal with distractor as Beckham McCullough comes up. This is the number 9 hitter for the Foresters, the second baseman batting 500, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. First pitch swing, or taken for strike, 1 out here, and field a double play depth, so a ground ball would help Bozak out quite a bit because he's in a tough position. Instead, called strike 3 at the top of the zone. McCullough can't believe it. He'll head back to the dugout, but I believe he said something to the ump on his way out, and I don't know if that changes his opinion on anything, but nice strikeout from Bozak. And now Dixon will come up, left fielder, tense. Batting 158 now, after going 0 for 1 so far. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Takes strike 3, and Bozak works his way back into this one. After giving up 2 base hits to start the inning, he gets 3 straight strikeouts. And that's a way to respond after struggling early in the game. Now he's just his defense can help out. Roland will come up with Tier 3 rally starter activated. First pitch taken for a strike high. Quickly down 0-2, and tough out activates, which is negligible at this point. Maxed out contact for Roland, and she'll take a ball, 2-2 count. Takes a strike at the bottom of the zone.
How about it? The right fielder, number 21, Demi Trampleson.
Roberts continues to roll through our lineup, and Demi Trampleson will come up. Hitless on the year so far. I think 2 starts for her as a Tundra since we brought her in. Be nice to get her on base with that stealer trait. 1-2 count here for Trampleson. And she will line one into center field. So she will reach base. Her first hit of the season. First hit of her career. First hit for the Tundras.
Number 19.
And she'll be on first with 1 out for Chip Norman. Has tier 1 bunter. So if we could get her to steal second base with an average arm behind the plate, there is a chance here. Ball low. Long pause. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. Called strike 1. Norman could use the bunter trait after she steals second to advance her to third. Takes strike 2. That takes the bunt out of the situation. And a grounder to Schaefer, to McCullough, to Campbell. Double play. Don't know what was going on with Trampleson there at first base, as she didn't even attempt to steal. That's what is a drawback to the sim, is that you have no control over what they do with the traits that they have. Dropkin fouls one off. Bozak trying to settle back in after a rough couple of innings here. 1-2 count as he gets ahead of Dropkin here. And sent to deep left field. That one should get out of here. Harrington up against the wall. Will leap. And she can't make the play. It's a solo shot for Dropkin. And he's harvesting his... he's reaping what he sows. He's foresting. He's a forester. I don't know. Let me know if you got anything there. Campbell comes up, locked in still. He has a double and scored a run back in the first inning. And he gets a hold of that one, but well early and foul. 0-2. Takes strike 3. Bozak with another nice strikeout here. He hasn't had a clean game here today, but he has been able to get the strikeout. Really getting those strikeouts racked up here. He will face off against Mendez, who has an RBI single. She falls behind 0-2 quickly. And pulled foul there. But with the fastball in, challenged her. She swung and missed. That's a pitch she was looking for, but she couldn't time it up properly. She goes right over the top. And 2 outs here for Porchetto. First. I'm down the left field line. 1-2 count. Swings through strike 3. So another clinic here in the third. I think that's 6 straight outs via strikeout. Someone may want to correct me there. But he is racking up the strikeouts despite giving up a home run. 2 innings has been a strikeout, if I'm not mistaken. Shipwright popped up to foul territory for out number 1 to start the game. Little hack activated here, and he used it to foul off. And another pop-up into foul territory. Easiest play ever for Escargot. Out number 1 for Adriana Harrington, and we need to get to Roberts sooner or later. Harrington is the one to do it. She's now locked in after her first inning where she would have lined out, I believe. She takes a strike here. Tough out activates on the 1-2. Harrington takes ball high. Takes strike 3. Roberts with a called strikeout. She's been able to limit the impact of our best hitter. Harrington 0 for 2 today, which is a shame. And now Willis will come up batting .500. He hit one well. Probably the best hit ball for the Tundras against Roberts, but he went to center field. Roberts over 45 pitches now, and Willis will ground to first. 4 perfect innings for B. Roberts, and she started the game tense. Oh, no, wait, we did get a base hit. When did we get a base hit? Oh, it was Trampleson. Wow, I didn't even... there was no fanfare there. Sorry about that. I missed it. Bozak, 50 pitches. He gets a swinging strike. And pulled, foul. Falls behind 0-2. Schaffer comes up. And looking to try and get on base like he did last time. Way off the end of the plate and off the glove of Norman. And that's 7 straight strikeouts? And I'm not talking about consecutive batters. I'm talking about consecutive outs. Bozak just really mowing down this Foresters lineup. Outside of the 2 runs he's allowed. This one's popped up foul territory. Trying to get over to it is a tire head, but it's going to land foul territory. 1-2 whiffer activates. Wells takes a ball, just misses the end of the strike zone there. And this one's muscled to right field. And off the wall, Trampleson will make a nice play there. And she gets it right off the recoil. And that's just going to be a loud single for Wells. He's on first with 1 out for Escargot for 2. Great speed over there at first base. Infield a double play depth. First strike from Bozak. He's over 60 pitches now. Popped foul, and that'll get down. And down 0-2 already is Escargot. She takes the ball low and in. Ball in the dirt, gets off the glove of Norman, and that allows the runner to reach the second. Easily advancing on what I would imagine is a wild pitch. And there's strike 3, and I believe the 8th straight strikeout for Colorado Bozak. This is a mixed bag of a game because we are seeing some really fun stuff in between the hits that have been allowed by Bozak so far. Fouled back, just missing that one is McCullough. Another one foul, he's down 0-2, 2 outs, runner on second. Bozak will get him to ground in front of the plate. Norman will make the play. That'll end the streak. Let me know if I was right there. I believe it was 8 straight batters out via strikeout before that ground out in front of the plate. But we're still down 2-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. June Mina will get started here. She popped up into foul territory. She'll get a base hit up the middle. And we have our leadoff woman aboard. Roberts will lose mojo there. And with that drop in mojo back to neutral, she might end up finding herself being pulled here sooner rather than later. She's getting close to 50 pitches. ERA all the way down to 0.75 as she faces off against McMillan. McMillan falls behind 0-2. Below average speed over at first. Takes strike 3. McMillan frozen. So frustrated. Tire head comes up. We're in a max pressure situation. Could be an option to consider get wrecked here. Despite being tense. Would have max clutch, but they don't go to him here. They're going to stick with tire head. Ball outside, 2-1 count. Mina at first, and late on that one fouls off. We'll do it again, 2-2. And lined into the middle. It's going to get down in front of Dropkin. Poor Mina was stuck in between as she couldn't commit to second bases. It's possible that Dropkin could have caught that. And I think strategically, he probably pulled up just a second. Could get Mina heading to second base instead of allowing Tirehead at first. Roland comes up with tough out, 0-2, 2 outs, and she'll ground down third baseline, just foul. Runner on first with distractor at tier 3 is Tirehead's 60th pitch from Roberts. She is locked in. Come on. They call that strike 3. She froze, and that ends the inning, so we can't do anything in the 5th. We do get an extra hit there. Wait, why was that not? Oh, that was a fielder's choice, I guess. I don't know how that's a fielder's choice, but okay. So we only have 2 hits, and we allow a base hit here in the bottom of the 5th. Foresters still up 2-0. Bozak has had a mixed bag of a game, striking out like so many batters, but also allowing too many hits. And Dropkin is locked in still. High pitch, tier 3. He already has a home run today. Runner on first is tense with average speed. You feel the double play depth as Dropkin fouls one off. It's a 2-1 count. Inside and popped up. We'll see if Norman has a play. Back towards the screen, and it ends up going off of the screen for strike 2, 2-2. And Bozak will try and get him chase full count here. Dropkin will swing through strike 3 out of the zone. And he does get him to chase. Another strikeout for Bozak. Can't wait to see this strikeout total at the end of this game. It's got to be crazy high. I believe he got to double digits here. And Ellen Booth will come in to replace Bozak, who threw too many pitches in this game. Booth not at full stamina. And she's facing off against Campbell. We still haven't seen, what's her name? Adeline Fry? Or that doesn't sound right. Our long reliever, that's a B+. Grounder through second base and into right field. 2 aboard with 1 out. And that will activate Rally Stopper for Ellen Booth against Emily Mendez, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. We're in a max pressure situation here. Fastball and bad ball hitter activated for Mendez. She might either just miss it or she's going to pummel one. She pops up foul. That's going to get down. 1-1, 1 out. Max pressure. Ball high. Booth trying to paint the corners. Misses again. 3-1 here. Mendez in a good spot. She pops up. Foul territory. Getting over to that one is June Mina. We'll call it next to the third base coach's box. And that'll be out number 2. That's a big out. With 2 on, Rally Stopper still activated against Porchetto. Booth with the first strike on the slider. Fastball popped up in the infield. Calling that as Willis. So Booth does her job in the bottom of the 5th. Now we need our offense going. We're down 2-0. Heading into the top of the 6th. This is our last chance. B. Roberts probably won't for this whole inning unless she can be efficient. Demi already has a single today, the first one of the game. Ball outside. Over 60 pitches is Roberts. She's trying for the complete game. She's got a swinging strike, a called strike. 1-2 count. Tramplesan will line to Porchetto at third. She makes good contact, and if that one gets past the third baseman, she's probably on second base. Easy. Ball inside, 1-1 count for Norman. Ball high. Be patient here, Norman. He swings at 1, lofts to center field, easy play. Calling that as Dropkin for out number 2. Last chance for the Tundras. Jolly Shipwright. If he can get on base, that'll put Harrington up as the tying run. But Shipwright has to face off against Garlic Zavala. Garlic has tier 2 surrounded. Sign Stealer activates. Takes a strike. Has an elite curveball as well. Zavala gets him to foul off. 1-2 count, 2 outs. 4-seam, a 2-seam, and a curveball. Elite curveball is right there, and it's foul, or it's ball low. Shipwright grounds to second. Easy play for McCullough. Will end the game. Another disappointing loss for the Thunder. Our offense got shut down by B. Roberts. We have seen way too many below-average starters completely wreck our offense. And that's really why I feel like we are not a team that's going to be taken seriously this year. We lose 2-0. And the only thing I'm happy about is the fact that we saw that we didn't give up a perfect game or a no-hitter, for one. But I really can't wait to see this line from Colorado Bozak Workhorseman, because he was really solid today. Only hits came from Trampleson and Mina. Literally, that's it. On the Foresters side, 2 hits from Campbell and Wells. Had a home run from Dropkin and an RBI from Mendez, and that's all the offense for the Foresters. Pitching-wise, Bozak does get the loss here, which is a shame. He goes 4 1/3. He doesn't get the complete game, though he was close. 7 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. He did allow a solo home run, but he struck out 10 in 4 1/3. That's 13 outs that he got, and 10 of them were via strikeout. Just absolutely insane. And then 2 outs from Booth, 2 pop-ups after allowing a base hit. She continues to help for us. when she has the stamina to do so. Roberts gets the win. Another elite day for her. 5 2/3, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. Zavala comes in, gets 1 out, and he gets the save. Roberts, Bozak, Dropkin are your top 3. And it's a shame we did not see a really good performance. One. And between these two, who am I going to drop the mojo for? Probably... Willis has had the better year so far, so despite the age difference here, I don't think Tirehead is a future piece on this team. He could be as a bench option, an emergency pinch hitter. You know what? I'll give him the mojo boost for that, or the loyalty boost for that reason, or I guess the lack of dropping it, and we'll bring Willis to 78 there. Between these two, Heath is more likely to be the future member of this team, so we'll give him the boost here. And that's it. We'll simulate to our next game. That's the Cutters here, as we're tied with them for 4-6 record. We have improved a little bit, and honestly, it was that sweep of the Cutters that really bailed us out of a worse record. We will see Worry Costa come up for us against at 4-5. Israel Cameron, another poor-looking pitcher on paper, with Tier 2 crossed up, but it has pitched decently well. 3.86 ERA, a 1.00 WHIP, and on paper again, it looks like we should be able to beat him up. I imagine we'll probably be shut out again, just because that seems to be the way that things go for us, unfortunately. Let's see what happened since that last game ended. We see Iker Vang get released by the Cutters in place of Andres Daniels. Vang has Tier 3 Stealer, but at 53 speed, probably not an option we want to consider. We see Vinny Arkansas get released. He has Tier 3 Durable, but really only known for his speed and fielding and nothing else. Chance for 1 power for Roland. We're not going to pay for that. Chance to lose Rally Stopper for Christensen. No thanks. Whistle Hill gets released by the War Wagon, so they're actually dropping salary, which is good for us. We have a starter that just dropped. Jeff Holmes is 21, has Workhorse, and an elite curveball. All junk, no accuracy, no velocity there. A chance for Pumice Beltran to lose RBI 0. This is definitely an option we'll consider at 22 years old. We'd love to see her development. And then Harrington with contact and a chance to gain utility, which would be interesting for her in the outfield. All right, so let's take a look at development. This one for Costa, we'll pass. This one for Harrington, we'll definitely do that. This one for Roland, no. Tirehead, I might. Christensen, no. Pumice Beltran, yes. So let's do this one right now. It's the most likely to, or it's going to go away after this next game, or likely to. So 1 power, 1 speed, 1 fielding. Chance for 2 more power. Will not get it. Chance for 2 more speed. Will not get it. That's okay if she loses RBI 0. Come on. She will not get it. So just here for a bonus for her. She's still kind of average across the board. Would love to see a little more contact added there. With the amount of money that we have, I'm fine with doing this one for Tirehead, as it does make him a little more valuable for us. So 2 contact, 2 fielding, chance for more contact, and he won't get that. Chance for 4 more fielding. Nope, he won't get that either. So that doesn't help us much. And I am going to do this one for Harrington now, just so she gets the boost, but also so it frees up the space for the next, after the next game. So 2 contact, chance for 5 more. Would love to get this one. She does! +7 contact on this roll here. Utility, I'm okay if she doesn't get it, and that's all right. Would be nice if she could get something like RBI hero or bad ball hitter to go with tough out. That would be amazing. She does get the 7 contact, so she goes up to 74. That's now her best attribute, and I imagine that that's just going to make her that much better. So see that from our best player Despite a bad game, I imagine she'll bounce back in the next one. All right, as we do, check and see if there's other options we can make here for movement. So below her price point, so we could bring her in. Probably want to have her drop. Rios with bad ball hitter, probably not interested. He's way over his price right now. And then Rex Appleseed, he's still over his price, so we'll wait on him. And we're not doing Instante Day, so. I mean, we could do it just to save some money. Les Christensen's not our future. He hasn't gotten used yet. It's Ashlyn Fry. What did I say? Adeline Fry? Maybe that's why I said that. Didn't sound right. I don't think we need to make this move, and if we do start competing, it'd be nice to have at least something reliable in the bullpen there. So we're still going to keep our eye on Rex Appleseed, but remember, he is disciplined. So in order for him to be brought in once he is at a price we can afford, we would have to make a corresponding move, and that would probably be to get rid of or bring in Angelica Koch to replace Norman, who isn't anything for us going forward either. So I'm fine with making that move once both are affordable. And that is it. Just a quick peek. Since we lost that game, we drop in the wild card standings. We're 2 games back of both the Burners and the Foresters. That is a shame. And again, I don't see us playing in the playoffs. We just don't seem to have the team together for that. So no big deal. But we'll keep watching games to see our team continue to develop, and so that we can learn more about these players and figure out who are we going to keep next season. As of right now, players that I would consider keeping just based on their current performance or potential. This is all dependent upon who's available in the free agent pool. I think Gadman is a good option, although I might look for somebody with better contact rating. Jagger McMillan, I'm somewhat intrigued, as I've liked what I've seen from him. Alon Tirehead, I'd be fine with him as a backup option, like our 5th fielder. I guess 5th or 6th infielder. Pumice Beltran, hoping to bring her back, but she has done nothing, so it's based on potential alone for her. Harrington, easy answer here is she would come back for sure. Amos Get Wrecked, I would be fine with bringing back. And then Luke Resplendent, and then potentially Colorado Bozak as our starters that I would look to bring back. And then Ellen Booth and Quincy Healthy are probably the only 2 that I would look to keep from the starting rotation. So 4 relievers. I'm sorry, starter rotation. I meant the pitching staff. Excuse me. Resplendent, Bozak, Booth, and Healthy are probably the 4 that I would look to bring back next season. At this time, might change based on what these players do down the home stretch. But right now, I'm not necessarily worried about wins and losses, more so just production and development. So it's sitting at 4-6. We'll see what Worry Costa does against Cameron. Remember that Costa started off poor in her first start with us. She ended up giving up, I think, 3 runs to begin that game. Who did she pitch against? It was against the Fire? No, it was against the Cutters. And then she ended up getting the win. The offense helped her out, and she settled in after the first. So we'll see if she can build off of what she did last time. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been enjoying the content, go ahead and leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Let me know if you have any ideas for other content you'd like to see, or any thoughts or feedback you have around this series so far. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.